Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty and the Frizz. My name is Cara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for another edition of the Makeup Protection Program. I'm really excited. Oh, and when you're watching this, today is my birthday, so I am officially 42. Yes. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good right now. It's Friday and I am excited. I'm excited for a long weekend and I'm really excited to talk about all the new makeup releases. So if you want to comb through them with me, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you want to hang out with someone that feels the same way, definitely consider joining the community. I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So first of all, I hope everyone is doing well. I am really loving this eye look. It's a one and done shade. Let me zoom in really fast. This is the shade Dragonfly by Sydney Grace and it's a cream shadow. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is like my favorite cream shadow ever. It is so pretty. And I just used a little bit of bronzer like over here from the Adept face palette. I mean, it lasted all day. It did not fade. It did not crease. And they're having a sale on Monday and their cream shadows are going to be half off. So I might look at a couple of those. Okay, but we'll get to that. That'll be part of what we talk about. Before we talk about well, let me see how I want to do this because I have a couple things I would like to talk about. So let me get my screen record going and move over and then I will get into the thick of it. Now, as per usual, I always start with Makeup Release Radar Official. She's got all the tea, and there's a lot to talk about today. So let me just scroll down for a second. Okay, I think I see where we are. Now, the last time we were here, there were a couple of releases we had not seen full reveals of, and I'm gonna go ahead and out the gate, we're gonna talk about those. First, I want to talk about the Muse palette, and this is by Cosmic Brushes. I know it went on sale today, which is Friday. I'm not sure how it did, how it sold out. Last week think I was curious about this release because the last palette, the Serenity palette that they came out with last year, really was a big hit with a lot of people. From what I saw in reviews, the quality was great, as well as the price point. I think it was about $23 and you may have paid around, I don't know, $20 for shipping, something like that, or maybe less. So all in all, it ended up still being an affordable palette, especially with so many shades. But I did not get that palette and that's why I was considering this one. So here's the full reveal, right? And when I saw this, I still was like, I think I'm interested, right? To me, it looks like it has a little bit of a grungy feel to it. It reminds me of like a garden, and the swatches really look nice too. All right, now, if you take a look at this reel, I don't feel like it looks the same as the promo, and it's all lighting, so I'm not saying it's that far off. But when I saw it like this, without the promo and the kind of like sultry, deep lighting, I automatically did not want this anymore. So I'm really glad that I waited because there were content creators that reviewed this palette. And as soon as I saw it in the videos, I was just like, this doesn't look like I thought it was gonna look. Let me know if you feel that way. I still think it's nice, but this color story is a bit all over the place for me. So this is a no. I mean, it might be completely sold out, I'm not sure, but it doesn't matter because Ariel's calling me. So long story short, I did not get the Muse palette, but I was very curious about that. Now let's move on to what I really want to talk about. I am not happy that I had to do that for a brand that I really love. I'm sad. However, we need to have a little chat about this Adept Cosmetics mystery box. So mine should be here on the day that you're seeing this, but you are not going to see a video of this box because I have decided that I'm not going to keep it. And I don't know if the box is sold out, but I am certain that there is somebody out here that wants the box more than me. And like, I just would like to make back what I paid for it. And I might have to take a hit on that. And that's fine, because here's the deal. I have not done a mystery box before, and this will probably be my first and last time doing something of this nature. So a lot of what I'm taking issue with is kind of the wordplay that occurred with the description of what was in the box. So no lies were told. And like I said, I love Adept Cosmetics, and my Aero palette is coming with this, and I'm definitely keeping that. But I should have just gotten the Aero palette and just waited. When I saw the La Cienega palette kind of being teased, I automatically was like, ooh, there's a palette. There's 9 new products that have not been released. So I'm trying to find the first reveal picture right here. So seeing this, I didn't think the palette was gonna look the way that it did in the reveal. That's one. And there's nothing wrong with that, because, you know, I mean, that was just a little teaser right there. 9 unreleased products, or 9 new products. I think that I automatically assumed that they were going to be 9 different products. You see what I'm saying? So when I look at this release now, to me, there are only 2 products. The first product is the palette, and the second product is the eyeliner, but you're getting 8. And that is the part that's a little bit misleading, because I most likely would not have bought all 8 of these eyeliners. I probably would have bought 0 of the eyeliners because I don't really wear these. If I do, I do have some from Unearthly Cosmetics. So this is not something that I was looking to add in my collection. And it's just not something I'm going to wear. So therefore, I'm not going to do a video and be wasteful of the product, because there might be somebody out here that is really into the liners. Secondly, this palette color story is not working for me. I don't know, it's a little odd for me. There are 2 shades in it that I'm probably not going to use. And I am 90% sure that I want to sell my Minka palette. I haven't used the palette since my video, but even swatching it, I'm convinced that those shimmers are not for me. And at this point, I don't want to do a whole bunch of stuff to make them work, because I have so many things from Adept that I would pull out before the Minka palette. These shimmers in this new palette are the same. I'm thinking that the Aero palette has a little more variety in the shimmers just from looking at the palette. So I'm hoping that they're not all like this. I want to be a fan, but I'm just not. So this was one of my January purchases. The $183.70 was the mystery box and the Aero palette. But I'm going to try to get back what I can for the mystery box. I know from talking to people, some people were like, I'm so glad I did not get that mystery box. You know, I really haven't seen a lot of people being happy about this. So I just want to be honest and truthful. Like, I was just a little bit disappointed just in general, because this is the first mystery box of any brand that I've ever participated in. And I'm thinking with 9 new products, I'm not saying it had to be like 9 completely different things, but you know, Adept has really nice face palettes. I was also thinking maybe they were doing the mystery box because they wanted to maybe experiment with some different products. Like maybe they were going to do some more blushes, or I don't know, lip products. I don't know, you know? So that's what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking this. I'm not gonna go on and on about it, but those are my personal thoughts. And if you're happy with the mystery box, like, I am really happy for you, but I'm not happy with paying this amount of money for 8 eyeliners and a palette. I'm gonna wear 0 of those liners. So it's the chance that you take when you buy a mystery box, you know what I mean? So I can't be but so mad, you know what I'm saying? So just wanted to share that and get that right on out the way. And now we can go ahead and get into these releases, see what we've got going on here in these makeup streets. And I'll be honest with you, it's not a whole lot that's catching me. Now, our girl Lisa Eldridge did release some Gloss Embrace lip glosses, and I chose not to partake in this release. I really do like Lisa, but I don't need any type of lip gloss right now. Her glosses are nice, but this is just going to be a pass, at least for the moment. So there are beautiful colors for sure. Jones Road Beauty, this one did catch my eye, and then I was like, I said no new brands in 2023. This is a Miracle Balm, and this is not a new product, but I think they have this is a new shade, Miami Beach. So this is really pretty. And, you know, Bobbi Brown is hands-on in Jones Road Beauty. You know, she's not really involved with Bobbi Brown Cosmetics anymore. And then it looks like Revolution has the same situation. So you know how that goes. And that's a pass. We will talk about Odin's Eye shortly. This is the full reveal. I was showing some revealed shades from this Valentine's 1963 palette. And this is a no. I don't know what I was expecting, but this is an absolute no. So glad for that for me. Fenty is coming out with Fenty Icon Velvet Liquid Lipstick. It's a new kind of matte, rich, whipped, and won't suck the life out of your lips. So that is good to know. I am still really wary of Fenty lip products because they irritate my lips, like the gloss bombs. So I am going to pass on these. Hendash has a matte artistry set. What is this? Oh, liquid pigments that can be used anywhere on the face. Okay, this is cool, but I think this is, if you don't, I don't have time to do this. This looks nice for makeup artists or people that really have time to play, and that person is not me. So I am gonna move on. There's a couple releases from Armani, so let's keep them together. This is a satin liquid lip. It looks like the shades are nice, and then there's some blushes. So let me, yep, right here. Blushes. I'm gonna just encourage everyone to check their blush collection because let me grab something really fast, because talking about these Armani ones and then going out of order, the ones from House Labs, like these even caught my eye, like that watermelon shade on the bottom right. I was like, ooh, like I really want to try that watermelon shade. But let me show you something. I'm not saying y'all have this, but let me show you something that I have that I kind of used to talk me out of this. So I have a whole set of blushes from Unearthly Cosmetics. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw the House Labs blushes and the Armani ones, because these are really nice. And I do know that, you know, there's so many products now that are infused with skincare. So I'm not sure what is being advertised. I didn't even look because I'm just not even trying to get tempted. But I have these colors and it's tempting, but if I'm still tempted around the time of the Sephora sale, maybe I'll do that. But right now I'm gonna pass because I really do have things like this. The House Labs one has the skincare ingredients, but I just say just take care of your skin, like with your skincare routine and products and what you eat and all that kind of stuff. The skincare and the blush will be an added bonus, but is anyone's like skin really changing because of a blush or a foundation? Let me know, because that's a question that I have always had. So these blushes are both nose, but they're really beautiful. So just look in your collection to see if you have any of these similar shades, because it's so easy to forget. Like doing that eyeshadow declutter, I'm like, I had so much, like there's no way I'm gonna remember everything. So double check. I did not get any of these matte blushes from Char. They look nice. The reviews look nice too, but we're gonna just move on. All right, let's talk about Odin's Eye. Okay, now, this is a release I am going to purchase. I'm just not sure if I want to do 2 palettes or all 3. But this is the Perfect World collection, 3 collab palettes with 3 great YouTubers. So we have Baddie Bean. Hers is the one that I'm iffy about. It's the Planet Spirit palette, which is the really bright one. Now, of course, when I watched her video, when I watched Angelica's video, they did some really amazing looks with these shades, like really beautiful. So it's kind of like, what can I do with this palette is what I'm thinking. And then we have Makeup Just for Fun, which is the Flora Story palette, which I absolutely love this one. And I'm so glad, because when I saw the blurred picture, I thought these were going to be pastels, and I was so surprised to see that they were not pastels. It made me really happy. I think this is a really nice color story. And then my girl Lauren May Beauty has the Sea Talk palette. And it's funny because I've been watching Lauren May Beauty for some time now, but I find myself watching her more just because of the direction that I'm moving with eyeshadow and building palettes. And she does a fantastic job with that. And the other thing that she did on one of her recent videos, she was talking about new makeup releases, but as she talked about them, she talked about what she wasn't getting and what she was going to use instead. And I think that's a great idea and something to offer, you know, your audience, because it's like, well, I want this, but like, is there anything that I already have that's similar? That's why I wanted to show those blushes from Unearthly, because it's like, it's also reminding me, like, pull out that, you want a watermelon blush, you have one. Like, so I love her color story as well. Part of me wishes that maybe there was a 4th palette. And I think because we have animals now, people are animals, but I'm gonna get to that. So we have animals, we have the Sea Talk palette, and we have the Flora, that's the plant life, and then we have the animals. I wish there was a 4th palette. Now, you know what would have been nice? A 4th palette that was like neutrals, but it was like focused on like skin tones. You know what I'm saying? Because Perfect World, you know, I'm thinking the mixture of the different shades of people that are in the world, kind of like browns, you know, like neutrals, browns, like, I don't know, like kind of warm tones, just to represent like that color spectrum. And it would have been nice if they had that palette and it was created by someone of color. And like I said, I think that they chose great collaborators. So I'm not knocking them at all. It just would have been nice to have someone of color in the mix. You know what I'm saying? I still love Odin's Eye. They're one of my favorite brands. And I love the idea of the Perfect World. But the Perfect World, with all this foolishness, the people got to change too. So we need a little skin color palette. That would have been nice. A little neutral palette. I am probably going to get these. I think the bundle is around 92 something, and I actually have a Macari balance, so I can pull right from that and not, you know, from my like makeup budget that I'm trying to have this month, and get these palettes. I've also decluttered a couple more palettes since my video, so it's not even going to take my palette count up really. So this is safe to kind of say this is a yes for me. I really like Odin's Eye. I like that they're doing the 10 pan palettes over like the 15, you know what I mean? The smaller, the better for me at this time. Hi.
What is not working?
What's not working?
The music.
The music? Let me help you.
Yeah.
Oops. Preferences. Oh, probably because you have this off.
Yay.
All right, so let's move on to Clarity. So Clarity is trying to do a double drop, and they have this palette, which is the Safari palette, and then they have like the Wedding Party palette. I don't like this one. I do like that they're using the small pans, but this is a disjointed color story for me. So, I would rather have that Apocalypse palette over this one. So this is gonna be $27. So the smaller pans are allowing the price to be lower. So that's coming soon, but this one's gonna definitely be a pass for me. All right, let's talk about this one, y'all. So this is the Glam Light and Chucky collab. And I really like this, y'all. I really do. Crazy in Love. So it's like Bride of Chucky. And, you know, Glam Light is famous for these collabs. Now, let me just tell you what I like about this palette. I like that it's not blood red, you know, because that's what I was kind of thinking. It's really grungy and deep and kind of like plummy and purpley. I think this is a nice palette. So, you know, just talking to my friends, you know, we were all talking about the Melt Cosmetics Waiting Room palette. Now, I do think that this palette has less variety than the Chucky palette because these shades here, they don't vary that much on your eyes. And then you have this. And like I was saying, the Chucky palette has some like purpley grays and plums. So I actually like this. I'm going to try to admire it from afar because I'm not really sure how often I will pull the palette out. Not because it's not good, but I don't know how often I'm going to wear this type of look. And I also don't know how I feel about just pulling out the Chucky palette. And I love Chucky. That's like kind of the nostalgic piece to all of this. Glam Light does have a lot of sales. So, you know, if I'm thinking about it and it's still around, you know, those Scooby-Doo palettes, I didn't get them, but they went on sale for really, really cheap. So that's kind of my thinking with this palette, but it looks nice. And looking at the swatches, and this looks like it has a flash. So I still think it's deeper than what it looks like, but it looks good. I think they did a really good job with this palette. I'm not going to do it to LYS because I like LYS, but no. I'm so sorry. Like, I cannot do this. So does LYS, is this their first eyeshadow palette? It's their first, but it's not going to be my first because I cannot, like, QVC, no. It's $25. I don't know how big this is. I don't like the pan shapes. I know this is their thing, but and I don't like the two shimmer choices. So that is going to be a no for me. No. This is the Platinum Hits 3 palette from NDB Cosmetics. I don't even like this outer packaging on this. I don't like it at all. I think NDB Cosmetics has the same shimmer formula as a lot of the indie brands. So in this color story, this kind of, I don't know what you call this. Like, I was going to call it Starry Night. I don't know. This is just a pass for me. Wait a minute. They got another palette. Hold on. Okay, now this palette looks nice. The Love Yourself eyeshadow palette. I guess whatever one this one is. But it's still a no because of the shape. No thanks. But I like that color story. It's very neutral. All right. Now, what is this? This also goes with the Glam Light situation. Oh, this is the Chucky blush. Okay, I don't like this blush with that palette. I don't think I like that. So if I were to get the palette, this would be a no. Heart-shaped split pan blush, and it's the same color. Well, give us two different colors. You want to split the pan and do the same color in both pans. Oh, no, I can't. All right, and what is this? Oh, Juvia's Place. I skipped that. Nope. You know why? You know why I skipped it? Because I already got bamboozled, hoodwinked from the other mystery box. So that's a no. I think that's it from Makeup Release Radar Official. I didn't talk about a lot of the complexion products because I don't know. I just feel like everything's being done over again and over again and over again. And I just feel like, doesn't Milk have something like this? Maybe they don't. I don't know, but I'm not going to find out. The Tower 28, this like contour. So everything just seems like is repeated. And I guess the reality for me is I'm still set on complexion products from last year. Bronzers, foundations, concealers, highlighters. Like, I have all of that stuff. So it doesn't even make me look twice when I see the complexion products coming out. So that's going to be it. I was thinking there was a lot of stuff, and there is, but there really isn't a lot of stuff that's calling my attention. And that's very sad. It's like happy sad. You know what I mean? Like, I remember being so excited, you know, to look at releases and be like, oh, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this. And now I'm like, we're doing this again? Like, we're doing this again? So let's see what's going on with the crew. All right, we're looking good. Same situation here on Trend Mood. Oh, I didn't talk about the Gucci foundation. That's another thing. Gucci's coming out with a foundation that has SPF. I just don't need this. I just don't need this. So $67, 40 shades. I think that's like a nice shade range. So that's cool. But nope, I am going to be passing. Did we talk about Tatcha coming to Ulta? So that's good. I think that's going to be a good move. And that's it. I'm not even going to waste my time with some of the other stuff I saw in there. We're going to go to Chic Profile. I don't see anything new on hers. So yeah, nothing new on Chic Profile Official. I do want to mention a couple of sales just in case you are looking for certain things. This is not an encouragement to buy, but if you are going to buy, I would say buy on sale. So Sydney Grace is having a restock sale, and that's going to be on Monday the 13th. And it's going to start at 9 a.m. Pacific time, and it's going to end on the 16th. And they're going to have 30 to 50% off select items. And those items are already on the sale page on their site. And so the cream shade, as I was saying at the beginning of the video, all of the cream shades are going to be half off. And I love this shade so much. So I hope that's not going to be because they're discontinuing it. But there are a couple palettes, but I didn't see Coffee Talk on there, and Coffee Talk is the one that I want. But I think the Be Mine palette and the Where the Wild Things Grow or something like that, those are on sale. And then a lot of their single shadows, I think the brushes too. So that's going to be Monday. What I want from that sale is the ABH Nouveau dupe. So that's what I'm showing you here. She did an amazing, or they did an amazing job duping that palette. And that's a palette I was really looking at, but I was like, you know, wasn't purchasing from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So I would rather have this. And I don't think a lot of these are repeats in my collection, so I could just get this bundle. So maybe some of these will be on sale. So I'm excited. I'm not sure if I'm going to be getting it on Monday, but we'll see like which ones are on sale because I didn't write all the names down. But that's what I want from Sydney Grace. So Lethal Cosmetics is having a sale as well. And it's on the BYOP, like the Build Your Own Palettes with the palette designer. It's 30% off, but I just want to share that the new marbleized like charity shades are not included, and neither are the multi-chromes. So if you build a palette, it's gonna have to be from their like mattes and shimmers, not the multi-chromes that are like $16.50. Those are not gonna count. So when I had tried to put my other BYOP like that I made in the cart, I kept saying it's not taking it off, but you know, you have to read the fine print. So I don't think, unless I have to see, because I don't want to just find reasons to buy something, but I'll probably just wait until March and see what my purchases are and just get the palette that I made that's in my palette designer, because I have one more in there. I've made two and I have one more. So I'm just going to wait and get what I want. I don't want to be like, oh, okay, I'll take these shades out when I already know what I want. So, and just because it's on sale, because then I'm not going to use it because it really wasn't what I wanted. You know what I mean? I just wanted to get it because it was on sale. So we'll see. I have a bunch of palettes in the palette designer. Some of them may not have multi-chromes in it. I just have to look, and maybe I'll get one of those. But that sale is happening until the 12th for the 6-pan palettes and bigger. So yeah, you can't combine it or anything like that. But if you were interested in creating a palette on Lethal's website, because those custom palettes that you create are expensive. But like I said in another video, I've used that one more than I've used anything else this year. So I'm going to do a video on that soon. I'm already working on it. So that's going to be it for the new makeup releases, you guys. Let me know what you're thinking about everything. I do think I covered... Ooh, let's see what this is. Hold on. I was about to say, I do think I covered everything Oh, okay. This is a restock from Menagerie, but these are not new palettes. Killer Purr, Volume 2. Then we have the Glow Blushes. There's some pigments. And there's the, what is this? The Feral eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to pass on these as well. Ooh, you know what though? The Killer Purr palette is one I have always had on my radar, but I think I'm gonna still wait like for a sale. I think so. Yeah. I don't want to just be getting stuff just to get it, but we shall see about that one. That one's always been on my list though. So that's gonna be it. It's so, wait a minute. It's so grungy and nice. I like Menagerie. All right. Well, for now to know. I told y'all what I'm interested in, so I'm not gonna even be trying to add stuff at the last minute, especially because I'm trying to, oh, by the way, I just got put on the wait list for the Beyonce tickets, so I didn't even get an early access code. So I don't know, I might be sitting at home doing a watch party. All right, thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another episode of the Makeup Protection Program. Let me know what you're thinking about the new makeup releases. Are you tempted by a lot? Are you over it? You know, do you feel like it's all looking the same? Or are you really excited? I do think this is going to be a good year for makeup, but I think we're going to have to sift through a lot of these releases. And let me know what you think about the Odin's release, because I've heard a lot of mixed feelings about that. So let me know. I didn't say this earlier, but you know, because I have quite a few Odin's eye palettes, I am sure that I can find, you know, certain shades that are similar. I mean, here's the thing, like there's only so many colors in the world, you know what I mean? But I gave you my thoughts about there should have been a fourth palette. So that is it. I hope this was therapy for you. It always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye. Oh, wait a minute, why am I still this? I'm mad I was on the side like this for the end. Anyway, that's it, y'all. Bye.